Hi, welcome to my channel Cloud with Girish. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a serverless GenAI solution to remove image background using Amazon Bedrock API, Lambda, REST API, and Amazon Titan model. Amazon Bedrock is a fully managed service that offers choice of many foundation models like Anthropic Cloud, AI21 Jurassic 2, Stability AI, Amazon Titan, and others. I will use Amazon Titan image generator model and will invoke it via Amazon Bedrock API. As of August 2024, Amazon has announced Amazon Titan image generator v2. This model adds the capabilities of image conditioning, image color conditioning, and image background removal. I will use this model to remove the background from an existing image hosted in S3 bucket. If you want to learn about creating the image using Amazon Bedrock, Lambda, and API, please watch my video on Amazon Bedrock Image Creator using Lambda workshop. Link is in the description for this. Stability AI Image and Titan Image Generator are two popular language models for generative AI image generation. Titan Image Generator is the image model by Amazon. Amazon Bedrock service provides integration with both the image model. However, I'm going to use Amazon Titan for this workshop. Keep in consideration that each model has its own set of parameters, so when invoking the model via Bedrock, pay attention to the parameters required for the prompt. Let's look at our business use case. Need to remove a background from an image hosted in S3 bucket. Source image name is provided as parameter in the REST API. Invoke the generative AI image solution via API and store the generated image in the S3 bucket. I will be creating the Lambda function via infrastructure as code approach using AWS Server Application Framework and CloudFormation. However, you can create the Lambda function using the AWS console as well. Let's look at our architecture pattern. So here we have a user that's invoking the API. API is hosted via API gateway and invoking the Lambda function. We are passing the image prompt, which is the source image name here in our use case scenario, and Lambda is invoking the Bedrock. Bedrock is using the underlying foundation model, Amazon Titan generator, the version 2. And then once the background is removed from the image, then the output image is getting posted in the S3 bucket. The familiarity for this is just Prereq for this workshop is familiarity with AWS console, some knowledge of Python Bodo 3, knowledge of AWS Lambda, and basic familiarity with generative AI and foundation model concepts. Let's get started. We're going to review the Bedrock service. We'll review foundation model, the model access, the playground, and some key terms required for image model. Since we are using the AWS SAM, we're going to review the SAM template and the Lambda function, and then I will build the function locally using AWS SAM. I'll invoke the function and then we'll deploy it. And then I will use Postman to validate the API and we'll review the response and images and watch log and some Bedrock service pricing. So let's look at the review Bedrock service. Amazon Bedrock is a fully managed service that offers choice of many foundation models. Since Bedrock is another serverless offering from Amazon, it allows integrating with popular foundation model and allow to privately customize foundation model with your own data using the AWS tools without having to manage any infrastructure. Here is like when you log into Amazon console and you look at the Bedrock service, you will see the many models supported here. I'm showing the Amazon Titan since that's the model I will be using for this workshop. Before we can use any model, we need to make sure that we have access to the model. And if you don't have access to the model, then you can request the model access. For Amazon model, typically I've seen it that it takes few seconds, few minutes to get access. For a couple other models, it may take slightly longer. AWS provide Playground via AWS console, where we can provide the source and we can look at the output. However, I will not be using the Playground. Rather, I'll use Bedrock API to provide prompt and then get the response. Here are some of the key parameters, the key terms. These are used when defining the image generation config. So quality is the option to select standard versus premium quality for the generated image. Number of image is a value of 1 to 5. Default value is 1. There is a CFG scale. The default value of this is 8. A lower value indicates more randomness in image generation. Then there are height and width parameter, and then there is a seed. A default value of seed is 0, and this value control how image is reproduced. If you want to generate the same image, then you keep the same seed value with each run. Let's look at AWS SAM template. This is where we are defining the resources required for this solution. So if you look at here, I have a API resource, which is I'm calling it as image background remover API. And then I also have a Lambda function with the name of image background remover function. The runtime for this function is Python 3.12, and then timeout is 120 seconds. And then I have a couple of other parameters defined here, including some of the environment variables, so that I can provide the model ID and few other information at runtime. Let's look at our Lambda function. So in the Lambda function, starting with, I'm importing the library required for the solution. I have some logger statements, and then I have a Lambda handler function, which is invoking a remove background function that I have developed. And within remove background, actually I'm building the config and invoking the Bedrock and returning back the response. To build the function, the command to be used is SAM build, and once build is succeeded, I can invoke the function locally before deploying it to the AWS cloud. The command for that is SAM local, and then I give my function name and I pass the event, the payload JSON. And then once everything looks good, I can deploy it using the AWS SAM deploy command. Once it's deployed, let's look at the output of this API. So here in this scenario, I'm passing the source image, and once if the function runs successfully, I will get the message like with the status code of 200, and the message is that image has been uploaded to target bucket. And once that happens, then I can get the image from the target S3 bucket. So here is an example in my case that I used a source image, the Cloud with Girish sort of logo with a gray background. And then when I run this API and pass the source image here, I'm getting that image without the background. So a very simple example, but that's the use case we have for this workshop, which is simply just remove the background. And if you see here, it has been successfully completed. We can look at the CloudWatch log, and this is based on all the logger statement I have in the Lambda function. So I can go to the CloudWatch and look at the logger being printed. Some information about Bedrock service pricing here, and again, the price depends on the standard quality, the premium quality, and the size of the image, and so on. This is the pricing on AWS site as of 8/24. For current pricing, always refer to AWS site or work with your AWS representative, because these prices may change. So with this workshop, a serverless GenAI solution to remove the image background using AWS Bedrock, Lambda, and API Gateway has been successfully completed. Python Boto 3 were used to invoke the Bedrock API with Amazon Titan Image Generator v2 model. As GenAI solutions continue to evolve, they are set to reshape traditional workflow and drive tangible benefit across industry. This workshop serves as a compelling example of the informative transformative power of AI technology in addressing real-world challenges and unlocking new opportunities for innovation. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I'm working on some other interesting content on various AWS topics. These will be posted soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.